For some reason, I thought that lasted longer. All right, how y'all doing? Welcome to Talking Paranormal with the old man. And as usual, I am the old man and his daughter. Hey, Jess. Oh, no. I think she's not there again. Hey, Jess, can you hear me? Hello, Jess.
Hello.
There she is. Hey, Jess, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, I'm doing well. Yeah, I just wish this Podbean live thing would stay the way I wanted it to. It changes every time I come on. It's like I gotta change this, change that, change this, change that. But yeah, in a ways, pretty good, pretty good. Um, thought I would just really fast talk about last week's investigation,
Yes.
and then we could talk about the news that we have as far as it seems like Elton and Matt are trying to become slumlords.
Yeah, I was doing some research on it, and this has been in the making for like a year.
Really?
Yeah, they've been wanting to buy this for about 2 years.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot to talk about. So
Okay. So and then if we have time, I thought since we are planning or playing with the idea of having a reaction YouTube channel,
yes,
I thought if we have enough time at the end to talk about a little bit about like what the trends seem to be on the YouTube reaction people that react to paranormal and all that kind of stuff. So let's start it off, I guess. Last week we had an investigation. It's for a upcoming presentation, and a few takeaways from that. I am fully recovered sleep-wise. Kicked my butt. I was tired for the last 3 or 4 days, but anyways, yeah. The so we did have so a funny story, Jess. I know we don't have any people on here yet, but when they play it back, that's fine. Um, Last year, no, 2 years ago, according to Amazon, 2 years ago, I bought six of those cat balls or
right.
cat toys
Yeah.
that you push the button that turns them on, and in theory, if there's any paranormal activity or anything, if the spirits touch, so these are not just to be clear, these are not EMF detectors. They're strictly movement or being touched. So if something touches them or moves them, they start flashing all kinds of colors. So we bought them 2 years ago from Amazon because if you go into your orders, it said October. I think it's October. Anyways, it was 2023, and we used them once. Then I couldn't find them again. And I wanted them for bath, but I couldn't find them for bath. Not taking a bath, but for our investigation in bath because there were kids that were killed there. So I ordered some more for this investigation last weekend, and I had a box of wires in my office here that I wasn't using, so I put them over in the family room. So, but of course, I needed a pair of cables. So I went over to the family room, and guess what I found when I wasn't looking for them?
The toys.
These six cat toys that I bought 2 years ago. I had bought six more for this investigation. So we have 12 cat toys now that we use for investigations, and actually, they actually worked. We were set up in it's a library that we're doing the investigation at and the presentation, and they have a like a room off of the main book area there where they do presentations. So we were in there. That's where we set up our DVR and our TV and our monitors and our equipment and stuff like that. And the people from the actual library, they were watching live, in that room, watching our TV monitor with our live feeds. And they said that one time I walked into that room to get something and the ball moved or it started to flash. So they thought it was my my vibration of me stepping on the floor. But they said that when I came back through to go back into the actual building, it it did not start flashing. So that happened once, and then we took I haven't gone through the whole video yet, or videos, got like 12 hours of video. We moved it how they moved it oh, I'm sorry, I should not name the name. Disregard that name. Uh, I slipped on that one. Let's just say Prozac. He mo he moved it to a different part of the building with it which had a camera in that area, and it did not go off once. So we know it wasn't a malfunction of the cat toy because it went off I think it went off twice where it was, and then when we moved it to a different part of the building that was, being captured by a camera, it didn't start flashing. So we could basically eliminate it was defective, whatever. So that was one thing that happened. The second thing that happened is we did get something downstairs in the basement with another team member. See, I didn't say his name this time. I almost did, but I caught it in time. And we got, a S our our SLS camera, um, got some things on that. We used our 8K camera, which we're good I'm changing it back down to a 4K. 8K was too slow. I think the FPS were, I think, 15, whereas the 4K is 30. So it kinda had that jerky motion look
Oh
to it.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm changing that. Um, we did have a slight malfunction with our tape recorder by LB. It did not tape anything, and I think what happened was there was a miscommunication between me and someone else. He wanted me to turn it on, but I thought he was gonna hit the record button when he took it to LB, but we did not. So I do not have any audio for that. And I think that was the only odd things that we had or and I have a point of view body camera that I have like a chest mounted thing for, and it worked really well if you were looking for spiders on the ceiling.
Oh God.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I have the mount right here. It's a King mount, and I put Velcro on it. I mean, it worked really well, but the problem was, like I said, it was pointing towards the ceiling the whole freaking investigation. So I think what I'm going to do is take some of our padding from one of our cases and glue it onto the back of this chest mount. So the chest mount is facing more towards the ground and not more towards the ceiling. So, yeah, your mom had volunteered. Well, I asked her, Ashley, I'm like, "Can you watch since you're home? Can you watch the videos?" She hasn't yet, but yeah, we only have like 12 hours of video to watch from the cameras. But then I also have 3 hours from the 4K camera. Oh, I'm sorry, the 8K camera, which might be kind of tough to watch because yeah, it was 8K. I thought 8K was gonna be better, but like I said, the frames per second were I think 15 compared to 30 frames per second
Yikes.
for the 4K. Now I can also go up to 6K, and the 6K is 30 frames per second. So I'm thinking about trying 6, but the 8 is out of the question. It didn't even look good. It looked, like, hazy. So I'm not for sure, you know, I know the frames per second will affect that, but I thunked that if you have 8K, it's gonna look better. It didn't. So if you have an 8K camera, people, when you play this back, with a 4K. Yeah, the actual file sizes are smaller and it looks a lot better. Okay, so that covers the investigation from last weekend. So now I guess the big news is, of course, Elton and Matt.
Well, there
They
is one more thing that we need to discuss.
okay,
Well,
fire away.
yesterday was the 20th anniversary of Supernatural airing.
I did see that. I did see that.
It made me
Is
feel
there
old as hell.
Justice, like, Supernatural. It's like, your mom, she started watching it, but then she's like stopped watching it. Couldn't commit to the whole 15 years of it being on the air.
Yeah.
Like seriously. I mean that's not a real fan.
When we were like pretty big into it, like taking time out of our Thursdays usually to like sit down and watch it,
Yep.
um, mom would always say, "Well, remember, guys, I was the one that started watching it
Yeah.
first."
Yeah, but are you still watching it?
I'm like, "Yeah,
No.
but we're sitting here on a Thursday at like 8 o'clock to watch it." So
That's right. So now is there have you heard any more? Because I heard there was rumblings last or a couple years ago about having like maybe like a Netflix, mini series of Supernatural where Jared and J Jared and the other guy's name, dude.
Jensen,
Jensen. Jensen. That they were going to reprieve their role or reprieve their roles on that. Cass was coming back. And I heard maybe like a, limited, mini series. Have you heard anything more about that?
I haven't. They did post a lot yesterday. Um, like Jared had posted his like script from
Okay.
the pilot, and some
Oh,
other
really?
stuff. Misha has his own like charity called the Random Acts,
Okay. Yep.
and like Random Acts of Kindness, and they raised more than, oh god, the goal was $20,020.20
Okay.
for
20.
20. Yeah.
Yep.
So they did a little like a video about that had um a lot of, oh, what's it called, references to the show. Like he walks over to Jensen and Jared, and he says like, "What's up, ass butts?" And Jensen calls Jared a bitch, and Jared calls him a jerk. um
Yep.
Jared's wearing sunglasses, so Jensen's like, "Do you know who wears sunglasses during the day or at night or something?" And the answer to that is douchebags. Um, but it moved
Yep.
to Jim Beaver, who said idiots
It's just yep.
first, and then went back to Jensen. He's like, "No, douchebags." Like, it was a lot of fun. They were posting a lot about it yesterday. Everyone was like reminiscing on just how crazy it is that it's been 20 years
Oh yeah.
since
Yeah.
this started.
Now
Um, yeah.
is this on YouTube?
Uh, I think he put it on YouTube. I saw mine on Twitter,
Okay.
and Facebook.
Okay. I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah, I didn't realize until I saw it yesterday morning. I was like, "Oh my god, it's been 20 years
Oh yeah,
since this
dude. I mean
started."
it makes you feel old.
Well, Jared was saying that he watched the pilot with his sons, and they were, I think it was either they commented on it or he seen other fans comment on it, where they were like, "Well, what was that thing you were using in the library to look at like the newspaper articles?" Like,
Oh, microfish.
and he was like, "I
Oh
didn't
shit.
even think about it because we have newer fans, we have younger fans, so they're like, 'What are you using?'"
Yep. Yep.
And Jensen's like, "I'm pretty sure we used the Dewey Decimal System a couple times
Oh, I would
to
not be
try to find
surprised.
stuff." But yeah, that people were also commenting on the flip phones.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, It was 2005, guys. Like, we didn't
That's
have
the thing.
anything back then."
Nope. Well, then I think it's TBS, um, when I was home that week last month, um, they ran like a marathon of, Supernatural,
Yeah,
and there were actually some that I don't remember seeing.
really.
Yeah, 'cause I'm watching, I'm like, "Oh, shit, I don't remember that one." But then they have, like I think my 3 favorite ones is definitely Yellow Fever.
Hmm.
That is my favorite one. The other one I like is Just in Bello. I love that one. I
Yes.
also like Weekend at Bobby's. I also like, was it, Dead Man Don't Wear Plaid?
Yeah.
And that's where Bobby's wife came back again. And and
Yeah.
and 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 I think that's the first episode that that they introduced Jodie into the mix,
Yeah, I think that's right.
and her last name was what? Jodie.
Mills.
Oh, Mills. Thank you. Yep. Yeah. Then the one that I always say I like too that well I also like Lebanon, which was when I think that was their 300th episode, and that was when Jeffrey D. Morgan came back from the dead again,
I think
and
I think 300 was fan fiction
fan
where
fiction.
they went into like a school and they were doing a production of Supernatural from Chuck's books.
Yeah, I that one is one of my all-time favorites too. But which one was it? Was Lebanon? I thought that was the maybe that was the 350th episode. Let me check. Supernatural, because I'm kind of curious now. Supernatural Lebanon. Okay, that was
Oh,
yeah that
I was wrong. The 200th episode was fan fiction.
and Lebanon was 300.
300 was Lebanon.
I might be old, but I still have some brain cells. Yeah, so yeah, I love that one too. But it's kind of sad though because obviously at the end, and then that's when they brought back their or brought their mom back from the other world,
Yeah,
uh,
Mary.
dimensions, whatever you want to call it. And so she was there, and then Jeffrey D. Morgan came back, and they were a family again for a short time, and then he had to leave to go back to wherever he came from. So that was kind of sad, but yeah, yeah. I hopefully they do because I know that Jared and Jensen are doing other things. Misha is obviously.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're actually all gonna be in The Boys.
all three of them are. Well,
Yeah,
I
Jensen's in there right
yeah
now.
yeah
Um, if I'm remembering correctly, because I know that they signed on Jared, um,
okay.
but I was pretty sure that Misha was also going to be in it too.
Oh, nice.
And I believe Jared said they all have a scene together.
Oh, that's gonna be hard to film.
That they all have a scene together and hit. Yep, he is in The Boys, and that Jared's character is a huge fan of Jensen's character.
Oh my god.
So that's going to be a lot of fun
Yes, yes.
to watch. I'm really excited for those.
I would love to see the outtakes of those
Oh my god, yeah. The
because you know
outtakes
the
for
people.
Supernatural were so funny.
Oh, they were. Yes, yes. Okay, so
The Conjuring
the
House.
yes. Well, I was going to say the reminiscing is over. we dude, we could go on this whole hour just
We
talking
could.
supernatural. Okay, so yeah, so how I brought this up in the when we first started was Elton and Matt are trying to become slumlords of every paranormal place alive.
Yep.
So if you want to take it over, Jess, you, it's yours.
So the Conjuring House is up for sale. I didn't know this. I did some research before the podcast, but the current homeowner, she, the property was stripped of the license to operate as a business
Oh crap!
because she missed paperwork. And then it says, and erratic behavior on the owner's part. So I got curious about what that meant.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, she she was charged with driving under the influence of liquor
Oh, oh crap!
and engaging police in a high-speed pursuit.
They'll do it.
Yeah. The it said let's see. They even like drew their guns at
Oh shit!
her, ordered her to come out of the car. They also, I don't know how they did this and not just arrest her. They also had to perform field sobriety, and when she failed that, they placed her under arrest.
Arrested. Yeah,
So when
yeah.
it was time for the license to be renewed, they're like, hell no.
Nope.
And that was December of last year.
Okay.
So
Well,
it's now up for sale. Of course, they're having the auction on
yep,
Halloween.
auction. Yep, yep. Yeah,
Uh,
because
yeah,
didn't she purchase it originally to offer it for paranormal investigations? Because I know that somebody owned it before her that offered them too, but she bought it, from my understanding, just, because I don't like to know too much about, things that I'm talking about, so I can sound like a damn idiot talking about it and getting it wrong. Um, but from what I remember was that she bought it off of them with the sole purpose of this being a business,
yeah, for like
where
for paranormal
yeah,
investigations and all that fun
which I
stuff.
would love to do. However, if people that are listening and do not or are not aware of this, the Conjuring house from basically the first movie is not the same house from the actual Conjuring house, because the actual Conjuring house is a ranch house, I believe, that only has 1 floor, whereas the Conjuring house had 2 floors and a basement.
I actually didn't know that.
Yes. Um, yeah, if you look, like, we watch, like, on YouTube. I don't watch them. No, excuse me. All choked up. I don't watch them, we follow Capricite, Slapped Ham, on YouTube, and, one of them, I think it was on Capricite. They had a team that went there, and they did a polished presentation of the investigation. They edited it and all this kind of stuff. I don't really usually watch those episodes because it's the whole hour and a half is them.
Yeah.
And they had to not conjure up, they had to, fake evidence to make it look real or ish. So, I don't watch it, but yeah, I have seen them outside of the Conjuring house, and it's a ranch house, and it has, like, either wooden wood or wooden color siding or brown color paint on it, whatever. But yeah, it is a ranch house, but it is in somewhere in the East Coast. I'm not for sure where it was at for sure.
I want to say it was
It
It's Rhode Island.
Rhode Island? Okay. So, yeah, so the Conjuring house is see, Jess, not necessarily you, but people that listen to this, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you are welcome, guys. So, anyways, okay. Yeah, so they are looking to, I'm assuming, purchase it at auction. Now, do you know, is this the whole thing, like the whole property, the house and everything?
Yep. It's for the 3,200 no, sorry, 3,023 square foot home plus 8.5 acres.
Wow. Now, here's
Um
one other thing too. Do you know the equivalent of an acre?
I know nothing about that.
A football field is one acre.
Oh my god, that's too much. Imagine having to mow that shit.
I would have her ride a lawnmower.
I would have someone else do it.
Yeah, but Jess, you're home ownership. You're out there mowing your yard with a
Raking
ride
the damn leaves.
rake, unless you get one that mulches, grass clippings. So then
Yeah,
you don't have to. But yes, so yeah,
it
so
sounds like a nightmare.
it's 8 football fields of property plus the house and stuff.
No, no thanks. Um, they also, they have pictures, of course, when you're selling a house or
Yeah,
there's a house for
yeah,
auction. There's pictures. I'll send you. Actually, let me do that right now so you can see it too. Have you seen these
yeah.
pictures?
No, no,
Oh my
no.
god. Okay, so I'm sending
But
to you
see,
right now.
okay, see, it's really hard, Jess, to, like, watch The Conjuring, because I've seen a little bit of the investigation on Capricite of this house, and in my mind, I'm thinking the TV house, the Conjuring house, and then when I see the investigation, I'm like, "Where the hell are you at?"
Mhm.
That's not how the house looked. You walked in the front door and you have the staircase. There's no staircase in this house because it's a ranch house. So I'm
Yeah.
like, so it's playing with my head because I'm trying to envision the Conjuring movie, but this isn't matching up with that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it looks completely different, but so they they styled it. They styled the pictures. There is one with it looks like a little Raggedy Ann doll.
Of course.
Actually, I think it's Andy. If I'm looking at it, it has pants, so I think it's Raggedy Andy. They have him in one of the pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
It's a Raggedy Andy.
yeah, and then in the living room shot, the blanket that's draped over the couch is of an Ouija board.
Which picture is that?
It's number 9.
Okay. I just gotta say, look at that crapper.
I wouldn't trust it for anything if I'm being honest with
Oh
you.
no, no, no! I can see that backing up.
Yeah, no, there
Oh,
no.
oh yeah, yep, yep. It is a Ouija board. Yep.
There's also 2 Ouija boards on the mantle,
Oh Jesus.
and on the left corner, right from the fireplace, it looks like there is a little version of Annabelle in a little case.
See, and they wonder why this shit is haunted. Like seriously. Yeah, I'm slipping back here to the one with the fireplace mantle.
It
I,
does
I
have
oh yeah, that,
a little basketball hoop on the garage. So
yeah.
that's fun. That's picture 14.
Well,
Yeah,
actually, Jess, Annabelle is in a grandfather clock,
yeah.
but she's up on top in a supposedly a case.
Yep. Uh,
Wow.
they are asking for 10% certified deposit, of which 25,000 by cash, certified, or bank check is due at the auction. And the remainder of the 10% due is within 2 business days or 30 days to close.
Hmm.
And apparently, where can I find? There you go. Matt and Elton made a comment on it. Elton did on his Twitter. I refuse to call it X. He said for roughly the past 2 years, Matt and I have made a few formal certified letters with precise offers, as well as informal offers and publicly stated interests on social media. He said, "We have made no progress in purchasing the house as it is not officially for sale at the time of this article, and we haven't had any luck in making contact with the owner, which is the main and only hurdle. If there is interest in selling, that is the only obstacle." Apparently, they just like with the museum and the Warren House, they said that they'll take the utmost care of it and they'll be very respectful of it and all of that. He said, I think it goes without saying that Matt and I would love to purchase the Conjuring House and bring that legendary property back for public use and paranormal investigations. Hopefully, the universe reads this and helps make it happen.
Yeah, but the only problem I have is are they going to charge the same exorbitant amount of money to go into this house? Because realistically, I would think, Jess, that the Conjuring house is way more well known and popular than the Warren's house was.
I was gonna say that would probably go for 3K.
Uh,
Like if I had to, because the Warren House and the Occult Museum, obviously they're very like iconic in the
yeah.
paranormal world. But the Conjuring House,
Dude, yeah. Realistically, if you were to have 10 people, just random people on the street, and say, "Do you know about Ed and Lorraine Warren?" I would bet to say probably 80 or 90% say, "Who the hell is that?"
either that or oh, you mean from the Conjuring movies?
Yes, or if you say the Conjuring movies, everyone that, as long as you haven't been living under a rock, you're going to know what the Conjuring movie or the Conjuring is.
Which every article I've read about this has to preface like the house, which was made famous by the 2013 movie The Conjuring. Tells a story about of a malevolent spirit that haunted the, I don't know how to say it, Perron,
Yeah,
Peron,
I think they pronounced it Jess, I think they pronounced it Perone.
that haunted the Perron family has been operating a tourist attraction for paranormal enthusiasts.
Yes, yes.
And that since police took action against the property in December, it's
Where was
reportedly
that?
been quiet.
Yeah, well, I wonder why.
I wonder
Even
why it's quiet.
even the spirits are hanging low. Oh, I ain't going there, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
staying
like,
away from
no,
her.
no.
But so then we're talking about The Conjuring, so I guess we need to kind of talk of just really quickly the Conjuring 4 movie. I guess it broke, like, all kinds of records for opening horror movies.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And also I read, and, I saw this on Facebook, and as you know as you know, everything you read on Facebook is true.
100% true. No lies.
Yes. No lies on Facebook, man, or the internet. I heard that there is a prequel in the works for a Conjuring movies.
Well, of course, because they're so successful. And now they're like, well, now the story is done. Now we
Yep.
have to make a prequel to it.
And
Keep
then
the
I
money
read
coming in.
also then I also read also, Jess, that again on Facebook, that there's gonna be a Annabelle movie coming out in September,
Ye-
this month, which I have not heard of. But
I haven't either.
yeah, I think it was Annabelle. Let me look it up real fast. I think it was Annabelle 4, I think it was. Yeah, dude, no, no. Annabelle 4 release date, October of 25.
That's crazy. I haven't heard anything about this.
Yeah, I mean, but if you all are interested, um, it's called. If I can do this correctly, let me copy the link and let me go back to our podcast here and let me see if I can do this without messing it up. Probably not. Why won't you capitalize? There we go. So Annabelle 4 trailer. Like I said, let's see if I can screw this up. Paste. Hey, I think I did it. Holy shit. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on. There we go, people. Yes, you can teach an old dog new tricks. Yeah, it's released. Where's I at? This is, of course, I kind of like this, Jess. This when you do Google, I like the AI overview
Yeah, me too.
because instead of having to look halfway through this shit that's not even important, it says there are no officially announced. Oh, film title. Okay, there is no officially announced film title Annabelle 4. However, there have been several unofficial posts and fan made trailers. Might get too excited for this too early. Circulating online, some suggesting a release in October of 25 and a possible crossover film or a film starring Lily James. Don't know who she is. The official net the official next film in the Conjuring universe is The Conjuring Last Rites, which came out last Friday, September 5th. So this video discusses This video discusses the possibility of Annabelle 4 and mentions a crossover with Chucky. I saw that. I saw that. Annabelle and Chucky doing a movie
Oh
together.
my god.
I hope they don't do that. That that's a joke. That is a joke. That is a joke. I saw that actually. Yeah, and actually, I saw something too on Facebook that it was stupid as shit. They had this one person. He was in Brazil, and he had a picture of Annabelle, some chick, and the nun were sitting on a couch, and the nun was holding the Annabelle doll, not Raggedy Ann, but the Annabelle doll. And the thing said the real Annabelle was here in Brazil. To thank you, Warner Brothers, for bringing her down here. And I'm like, first thing, person, dude, whoever you are, that's not the real Annabelle. That's the movie Annabelle. The real Annabelle is causing havoc up here.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're taking that to Brazil anytime soon. But yeah, here it is. Just is this? Oh no, see, no, no. Okay, say no. Okay, if this is true, again, this is Facebook Hollywood upcomings. Now, this is cool. Okay, I would see this maybe. It says directed by horror maestro James Wan and produced by Blumhouse and Universal Studios.
Okay.
The film will hit studios or theaters. I'm sorry, hold on. Where the hell you? Okay, well here, okay, here, okay. Well, you know what? Maybe, dude, maybe, because it says, um, Annabelle 4 first trailer. Warner Brothers has officially released the first trailer for Annabelle 4. I didn't know there was a 2 and a 3, but anyways. And horror fans are already in suspense. Scheduled for release October 25. Excuse me. This this new installment marks the return of the iconic demonic doll that has spread excuse me, I'm drinking milk, it's giving me the hiccups, for over a decade. This time, British actress Lily James, I don't know who she is, leads the story with a surprising and chilling role. In the trailer, Lily James, plays Emily Carter, a young mom who moves in with her daughter to an old rural farmhouse. Oh, that sets the stage. Unaware that Annabelle is buried in the basement. As the doll awakens, strange and terrifying events begin to haunt their home. This new nightmare from the Conjuring universe promises a renewed dose of pure fear. If this is like true and stuff, oh yeah, I would definitely watch it. I would definitely watch it. Okay, now how the hell do I do that? I'm trying to like do the um yeah. See, this is where you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I want to get back to where I was, where it had the oh, you know why? Because I googled it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I kind of want to get back to where I was, and I was gonna try to post the link of that Facebook page here. Annabelle release date. That's what I did last time. So let me go down. Okay, so that was here. Can I copy the link from here? Oh, I can. Oh, hold on. Maybe you can teach an old dog new tricks. Hold on.
But this isn't official, right?
Yeah, from what that post was that it's Blumhouse and Universal Studios and directed by James Wan. But again, this is the internet, so take it at face value. But yeah, it says yeah, Warner Brothers and James Wan and Blumhouse, which Blumhouse makes a lot of weird shit, so is very possible. Very cool. I hope that comes. That would be very cool. But I'm just kind of worried though that we haven't heard about it, and it's coming out in less a month.
Yeah, it's also not on Lily James' IMDb page at all. So I
Okay.
think
Well,
maybe it's like we're speculating.
yeah, but wouldn't it though? Wouldn't it? And I don't know. This is why I'm asking out loud. Would it show on IDMB until it came out, or if it's in production, will it show?
If it's in production, it'll show. They have
Will
like a
show.
whole thing that says like upcoming on their
Oh, okay.
pages.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully it comes to fruition because I think that'd be a cool movie. But keep Chucky out of it.
Please.
Seriously, don't put Chucky. That's gonna make it a train wreck. A yeah, don't leave Chucky out. Interesting. Okay, so I guess let's get back to if there's anything more to say on Elton and 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 uh, and Matt.
No, that's about
No.
it. They'll probably be there when it goes up for auction on the 31st of October. So they'll probably add that too to their roster.
But then see, I'm curious too, though. Is this going to give our friend Zach Bagan an opportunity to purchase it?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's considering.
Yeah, because well, I mean, because it is an auction, so as long as you have the money and the interest and the will, I guess,
Yeah.
um, it's all up for grab. But I mean, you can pretty much. I mean, I don't know who is in the auction or who's who's participating in the auction, but I can pretty much guess that the average Joe is going to be outbid, especially if you have Elton and Matt doing it, and or Zach
100%.
Bagans. They're going to be, I'm even talking about like like even though I don't like them, and that's just my personal belief. Twin Paranormal, I do not like them. Um, I know jump scares and jumping at every sound is popular now, but I don't subscribe to that point of view. So I can I can see them, but yeah, I think any average Joe that does not have a deep pocket, they're going to be outbid totally. I mean,
Yeah.
they might okay. Minimum bid is 25,000. I bid 25,000. Okay. Do I have any other? I'll bid 100,000.
Yeah, and you're like, "Okay, cool. I'll
We're
just leave."
home now. Come on, honey. We're heading home now. We're outbidded it already. Okay. Well, I guess the other thing that we can talk about, I guess, is promote our possible upcoming reaction videos to paranormal stuff
Yeah.
because I'm kind of excited. Just because I have a lot to say about stuff, and, and I know I'm going to piss off people just because half the. So and this is why I kind of wanted to lead into this next part here is okay. We watch, like I said, we watch Capricite religiously. And he's a reaction video dude who does he keeps it limited to like paranormal, UFOs and aliens. That's kind of where he keeps his reactions to. And there's other ones. There's Slap Tam, Nuke's Top Five, Mind Junkie, other ones out there. But those are the ones that me and your mom routinely watch. And they're for entertainment, and it's like there's been a pattern. Okay, so it started, and we were watching Capricite last night, and it's almost like there's like people that like on I call it I know it's TikTok, but I call it TikTok. Um, that people that they don't have any real knowledge of what happens in the paranormal. You know, not necessarily field, but during an investigation, or if you're doing if you're exploring, abandoned buildings, whatever. I don't think 90% of the no, I say 95% of the people, they excuse me, I got choked up there. Hold on. Let me take a swig of my quick milk here. Hold on. Okay, excuse me. I don't think that they have, and they have knowledge of what happens. So I think, of course, I don't have any proof in this, but I believe that people will like watch these videos and they'll go, "Oh, so that's how this oh, so this is how it works." Okay. So then they just do the same shit that they see people doing on YouTube. And it started with and I'm going to para quote Capricite, Black Shadow Bastards. That's how it started. Was black shadow bastards that will peek around a corner and then pull their heads back. Okay, who the hell? Okay, we have been. If there's anybody listening to us for the first time, we've been doing investigations for 29 years. Okay, hundreds of investigations, hundreds of buildings, hundreds of graveyards, public buildings. Any place from Waverly Hills Sanitarium in Kentucky. We've been there twice. The prison in Ohio. Lizzie Borden's house. We've been to a lot of places that are haunted. We have not ever once experienced the stuff. These people will be in this room for like 2 minutes and shit's flying. Okay, that's not how it is. So it progressed from the Black Shadow Bastards peeking, and then well, first they weren't peeking; they were just standing still, and then the peekers where they're in a doorway and they'll peek around the corner, and when they look at you, they pull back. Okay, Spirits don't care. Spirits don't care if you're there or not. Even even if it's a residual haunting, which they don't give a crap anyways. Even if it's a intelligent haunting where they interact with you, they don't give a shit if you're there or not. Okay, they're definitely not going to peek around the corner and then peek back. And then it went to the glowing eyes. Okay, that's caused by night vision, people. Night vision will cause your eyes to glow. It's not a demon, it's not demonic, it's your night vision. Okay? And then comes the three knocks, which is supposedly offensive to the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And then and then it's the knockings at the front door. Then when you open the door, no one's there. Okay? And then it's the footsteps rushing towards you, invisible footsteps coming towards you. Okay? That stuff don't happen. That's
Or
for
doors slamming.
or door slamming. Yeah, or my favorite, Jess, is when they're acting so scared and they're over by like the door to the I don't know. And the door handle is jiggling really fast, really fast.
Mhm.
And they act scared, they're like, and then they'll like reach for it and then pull their hand back. And then reach for it and their hands all shaky and stuff. And then pull their hand back. And then finally they go for the door, open the door, the pounding stops, nobody's there. Okay. And I've talked about this in previous podcasts before you joined our live podcast here, where, okay, if I'm sleeping, or even if I'm not sleeping, if I'm on the couch watching TV, and if I hear a noise, I'm not grabbing my damn phone and start recording. Okay. I'm going to see what caused that freaking sound that I heard. I'm not going to grab my phone, but you see that on all these reaction videos. Oh, he was laying in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and he heard a sound coming from his kitchen. So immediately he grabbed his phone and started recording. Who the frick does that? I don't. I don't grab my phone immediately and start recording. No, I don't do that. I'm gonna grab my freaking gun and see who the hell it is.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna grab my phone and then, oh, he grabbed his phone and started recording, and this is what he captured. No, dude, it's set up. It's string. So when we do this reaction videos to the paranormal, I'm gonna make sense. I'm gonna be pissing people off, but I'm gonna be brutally honest, you know. And I think I said this either last week or the week before. I'm a skeptic. If I'm not there to see it in person, firsthand, I don't believe you. Pictures or videos that you captured. If I wasn't there, I don't believe you because things today can be faked so much, and it's all about views. The more views you get, the more I don't know, TikTok or YouTube, whatever. I don't know what you get. More views. Do you get paid more? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Um, we haven't made that point yet, Jess. We haven't made. We're not quite up to that plateau yet. So yeah, so it's like it's all for views, and views, clicks, whatever you want to call it. And I remember Capricite one time. He's like, he was watching this one, and he's like, he's sitting up and he pauses the actual video. He goes, "I know this video is fake as shit, but it's entertaining." And that's how I feel about it. And I read this one time. It's called paranormal entertainment, and that's what a lot of these TV shows are. They're paranormal entertainment. They're made for your entertainment. And unfortunately, like I said, a lot of these YouTube channels, that's what I see is there's a trend that like I said, people are not for sure what happens during the investigation, so they watch all these video clips and think this is what it is in real life. Okay, case in point, we did the investigation this past weekend. It was a 3-hour investigation in a place that is supposedly haunted. They have had experiences there in the past, and We got a few things, but not anything major. There wasn't chairs flying, books coming off the shelves or anything, like that. Villisca House in Iowa, we went there. Ghost Adventures were also there, and they were there. And again, every circumstance, every investigation is not the same. Okay, you can't just flip a switch and have the activity start. That's not how it works. If the spirits are there, if there's enough energy for them to tap into, as far as solar flares, a full moon, thunderstorms, whatever, they might be active. But there's no guarantees they're going to be active. Okay, they were in the axe murder house for like 5 minutes, and they got an EVP. They had stuff happening the whole night. And again, you can't, every investigation is totally different. I understand this. We were there for 12 hours, didn't get anything, nothing, no pictures of anything. We didn't get any video, no EVPs or anything. So, but again, just because we didn't get nothing doesn't mean that it wasn't active. It just means that when we were there, for some reason, the spirits were quiet. And unfortunately that happens more than what you want to believe. It's not always walking into a place and shit flies and everything happens when you're in there for like 10 minutes. That realistically does not happen. And that's all I got to say about that.
So all that to say, we're going to be brutally honest.
Oh yes, we are. I'm not. It's like I watch and I think I mentioned this too really fast. There used to be a channel on I don't think it was YouTube, or maybe it was YouTube. Anyways, there was a British TV show that dealt with the paranormal. They would go and investigate places in the UK, and I liked that show because they were kind of honest too. It's like there was this one time there was four people around a table, and the table moved or something. It like raised up or started to vibrate, whatever. And the dude that was watching it, because it was the same thing where they sent, they did their own investigations, but then people would send them clips in too. So he was watching that clip and he goes, "To be honest with you, I wish they had a different camera angle that showed under the table to see if anyone was using their knees to, make the table move." And I like that because he's throwing other possibilities out there. Now, there's other ones that I used to watch until Prozac. Yes, I can mention his name. Prozac got on there because I don't like him. And he's not a paranormal expert whatsoever. He's a filmmaker and a rapper. And I'll probably get sued for that. I really don't care. But it's called Paranormal Caught on Camera, and they all want a job, obviously. Okay, they're like they agree with everything. It's like, oh yes, and this one expert, I'm sorry, she just like talks big words, that I don't understand what she's trying to say. But it's like instead of saying, okay, that possibly could be something else, or possibly that could have been fake because we can't see, under the table or off screen a little bit, they agree with everything that is being presented as being truly paranormal. And to me, that sends a bad message to the general public. That sends a message like everything that you see is paranormal, it is demonic, it is an evil presence, whatever the case might be. But that's not how it is. And yeah, once this gets up and going, yeah, me and Jess, we're gonna be pissing off people.
Yeah, I'm not into the whole like, oh my god, like screaming,
No, no, no.
knives flying off from the knife block into the wall right next to you, and you're like, oh my god. Like, knowing the ins of it and the outs of it, of like how much energy, like
Yep.
everyone's seen Ghost, and if
Uh-huh.
you
Yep.
haven't, spoiler alert. um but like Sam couldn't, he it took a lot of energy to move a, was it like a quarter, to move that just a little bit.
Yeah.
When he was, I guess, willingly possessing Oda Mae Brown,
Yep.
he like when he got out, he was exhausted. He was like, I can't even move right now.
Yep.
Imagine that was just like a short like 2 minute dance before Carl interrupted. Like it's the amount of power, the amount of energy that they would need would drain probably every appliance. Like it would turn off power just for them to move the block a little bit. Like
Yes.
it's not realistic. And same with slamming doors. Like I've seen so many where it's like, oh, it's debunked because they used like a fish line,
Yep.
and you
String.
can't, yeah, and you can't see it. So very, I'm personally going into this very cautiously. Like, are they all fake? No,
Oh no.
but the ones that are a little bit more like, oh, you just want views.
Yep.
Those are the ones going to be a little bit more reluctant to be like, yeah, that's possible. But I will be the first to say, yeah, that's possible.
Oh yeah.
This is completely possible. The reaction's normal. Like all this seems right to me. Or this seems like they just want views, or they just made a weird thumbnail for clicks.
Yep. Well, I mean, and I mean, I understand up to a point, Jess. If you're like we follow Capricite, and we follow this other guy who's not paranormal. He's from Ireland, and he reacts to videos mainly about the U.S. of A. You know, like how our homes here in the U.S. are bigger than in the U.K. Blah blah blah. Now these people, they do this as a living. This is their only job.
Hmm.
Okay, so you have so you can't really piss off people, because then everyone's gonna be like, oh, it's Capricite again. He's going to like tear this one apart, you know. And so I mean, I understand that you need views if you do this for a living, if this is your only job. So I can fully understand. And it's the same thing with the TV shows. If you're doing this as a living, I understand you have to produce, and it's not like the real world, as you will, but you cannot predict when the paranormal is going to happen.
No,
So you might be tempted, or you might have to, for financial gain or whatever, fake some stuff. And I totally get it. I totally understand it. But it sent to me, it sends the wrong message. And another thing I dislike too is I understand again, and I know I'm using that term that word a lot in this podcast, but I understand that scary stuff sells. I understand that. Okay. But to me, if you're a paranormal investigator and you're on TV, or not even TV, well, yeah. If you're on TV, if you're on YouTube, and this is what you do, you have 500,000 people following you, whatever. I understand, but if you jump at every freaking sound, then you shouldn't be a paranormal investigator. You're giving in investigators that are serious, that don't jump at every sound, you're giving us a bad name. And you're also giving to me a bad image to the general public, that that's acceptable to act like a baby back bitch when you hear a noise. It's what you're there for. That's what you signed on, for. And if something happens that frightens you, a la Run Dude Run, don't be a little baby back bitch and scream, like a girl, and run. Oh, we were watching this one just really fast on Capra site yesterday. He was doing I don't remember what it was. They had this, oh, I think it was down in like South America someplace. They they showed their freaking clip of a paranormal investigator. He was hiding behind a couch.
oh God,
Yeah, he was, something scared him. He just, when the video started, he was hiding behind a freaking couch in the living room of this house. To me, that's like over the top. Okay, you could have done without that. It makes you look stupid, and personally, it doesn't make you reliable. Not reliable. it doesn't allow you to be taken seriously if you're hiding behind a freaking couch because something scared you. Then you need to get out of this business and do something else, personally. But what's going to make this though interesting, Jess, is we have not seen the videos yet.
No.
So we are doing a blind reaction to the videos. Now, do we have, because I know that Dustin is setting this up per se. Do we have a time frame on this?
No.
No? Okay. But we are going to be doing that game that I slaughtered last time, Phasmagoria, whatever.
Phasmophobia.
There you go. And I slaughtered it again. We are going to be doing that live streaming.
Yeah,
So
we
if you want
gotta
to see,
plan that for some
yeah,
time in October.
and if you want to see a paranormal investigator and his daughter and her husband and a friend all scream like baby back bitches, I will let you know when we are live streaming that.
Well, I told you the last time that we played a spooky game, Dustin had to talk to our neighbors the next day and be like, "I'm so sorry if you heard me screaming." Thankfully,
No,
I was facing away from them, so they didn't hear me screaming at the wall.
like no, nobody was being killed and nobody was being harmed in the making of this video game.
Yeah, no, we're all scaredy cats. We're not gonna pretend that we're like like really like brave about this. No, I'm going to be like on edge. I'm going to be anxious. I'm going to be screaming. So,
Now, do you know if he's thinking about doing this on YouTube or are we going to be doing this on Twitch?
I'll have to ask. It might be easier on Twitch, but
Well,
we would just have to make a channel.
because isn't Twitch though? Isn't that? See, and I am hip on some of these terms, Jess.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised you knew what Twitch was.
I heard Kepasai talk about
There it
it.
is.
But isn't Twitch easier to do that streaming thing than YouTube would be?
Some people say yeah, because I know that there are some streamers who will stream YouTube and Twitch
Okay.
together.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but I think I've heard that Twitch is easier just because that's its
Purpose.
main use and
Okay.
purpose is for
Okay.
gaming. So
Okay.
I'll have to look into that. I have a Twitch, I just don't make content
Oh,
on it.
really?
Um,
Really?
yeah. But Dustin and Christian both have Twitch that they've used for content creation. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'll have to ask them if that would be easier, if because I didn't think you knew what Twitch was. So now that I know that you do, it might be easier than YouTube.
Yeah, but don't ask me too much questions about it, just because that's as far as I know.
Yeah, we'll have to come over and show you how to work it, but
Yes, because I know there's Twitch, and I know you stream gaming on that, and you can play live games on it, but that's about as much as I know.
because we watch a streamer who sometimes has like he plays games with his friends, and they all do it like they kind of like just like call in, and
Oh,
that's
nice.
how they do it. So
Okay.
like they all have webcams, so like
So
they
you
play
can
that
catch
way.
the reaction.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I'll talk to Dustin about it and see if that would
Yeah, yeah.
be easier. And Christian too.
Because I think, I mean, because September's flying by, we're already halfway done.
Yeah, it's
Um,
crazy. It's crazy how
yeah,
fast it's going.
if we're gonna be doing this in October. I think we need to start getting the groundwork made up for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, Mainly too because we need to test. I know myself personally speaking, we need to test my computer to make sure it handles the graphics and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, we'll definitely have to probably in the next week or so because we all have the game by now. So
Yes,
we
yes.
just need to get together probably on Discord just so we can talk to each
Okay,
other,
okay.
and we'll run that through and see if everyone's good to go.
And I know what that is, Jesse. Thanks to you.
Yeah.
See, I'm hip with things like this as long as I'm told about them.
Yeah.
Once I'm told, I'm golden. So now, if we were, and I know this is a rhetorical question, but if we were to do this on Twitch, would So I mean, obviously, because this is not obviously connected to, and but by this I mean playing that one actual game. So we could basically make any channel that we want, or if that's even called a channel on Twitch. But if we do the reaction videos, are we going to keep the same name, Talking Paranormal, or are we going to change the name and create a new channel?
We could do talking paranormal just to make it easier, unless that's taken.
Well, it would be Talking Paranormal with the old man and his daughter.
If we can fit that all in there, we might have to abbreviate,
Okay.
but yeah, we should be able just to keep it.
Okay. Because I think I would be more comfortable keeping the brand, and see that's a big word for me. The brand across all of these social medias, because obviously Podbean is called that. When I created the Facebook page, that is called that too. So I think if we can keep it similar or keep it the same when we do our start doing our reaction videos, that would be better for easy and easier for people to find us on YouTube.
Yeah, because we could also do the react on Twitch and also
Okay.
stream on YouTube at the same time.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
I believe that's because that's how one of the streamers I follow, that's what he does. I'll get a notification on Twitch that he went live, and then like two
Okay.
seconds later, I'll get a notification on YouTube that he went
So
live.
you just can connect the Twitch and YouTube channels together.
I believe that's how that works.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so if we could start getting that stuff, started, especially playing the game,
Yes.
because it is October is, close.
Just around the corner.
Dude, it's going so by so freaking fast. Yeah, so that way we get that started. Because I know a friend of mine at work, he asked me, 'cause I told him about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I saw that. It's supposed to be scary as shit." I'm like, "Well, I saw a trailer, and it was kind of freaky." And he goes, "I goes, me and our daughter and her husband and their, oh, I guess our friend is we're all going to plan on playing it." He was like, "Well, when you stream, let me know. I want to watch it."
Oh, okay.
So we already have, one person willing to watch.
Yeah.
One's better than none. So yeah, so yeah, so if we can get the ball rolling on these, because obviously you guys gonna have to start doing it because I got no freaking clue.
Yeah.
I'm basically okay, Dad. We're good to go. Click here. I'm good to go.
Here's a series of links that you're gonna want to click. I'm gonna put them
Exactly.
in order. You're gonna click
Yes.
that first one, and then you're gonna sign in. You're gonna go back to your email. You're gonna click this one, and then you're gonna
Yeah.
go to Discord and you're gonna sign in there.
Yes. The easier the better. And okay, I am older. I am almost a senior citizen, but and this is for the people that are listening now. I'm very tech savvy as far as computers. I can write HTML code. I can do all that kind of stuff. But this new stuff like Twitch and stuff like that, I now. So yeah, this kind of just reminds me of the meme on Facebook that's been going around for years. It has like a 5-year-old kid or 6-year-old kid with a telephone, and he's like, "Okay, Grandma, hit any key to hit a key to continue." Grandma, any key, just hit any key to continue, and that's how I feel. It's like, give me the steps. I can follow the steps without any issues. And then I'll call Jess. Jess, what the hell? I'm not getting this. It's not showing me what you showed me. What am I trying to do here?
You
So
sent
yeah,
me you sent me a link to click. I clicked it and it took me somewhere else.
yeah. What the hell? Where am I? So yeah. So if you guys could, and even if we need to get together one weekend, whatever, or for a few hours to hash things out, throw
Run through
ideas,
it.
yeah, run ideas past each other. Like I said, I know what I want as far as the format, I guess, or the structure of it. I just have no freaking idea how to put it all together. Like zero. Dude, I struggled with Podbean. Okay. I could they even okay, again, I am a I would consider myself a techie, okay? But I wanted to know how to put, like, when I talk about a picture or a video, I wanted to be able to put it on Podbean. And supposedly we have our own homepage on Podbean, which I see my homepage, okay? I can get to my homepage. But they even sent me freaking step-by-step instructions on how to put content on my page. I couldn't figure the damn thing out. So, yeah, the easier, the better, because I had problems with that, and I got to a point where I thought I had to have, like, an external link. Screw that, man. I'll create a Facebook page just of this, of our podcast, and I have a Dropbox account already, so I'll just use Dropbox and link it to Dropbox, problem solved. So, yeah. So, long story short, the easier the better for me on new stuff.
Yes, we'll get the ball rolling on that, and we'll try to
Okay,
figure out a time for us to
okay,
run through um, the plan for the reaction videos and a time that we can all get on and play
okay.
Phasmophobia.
Yeah, I'm good any weekend. I can't do it obviously, I'm just throwing it out there. This upcoming Saturday, we have, Pierre's wedding.
That's right.
Yep, so we are unavailable for that, but any other time, I'm open.
All right,
So,
sounds good.
all right, well, I guess, we've been on for over an hour, and your mom said that we need to kinda, like, keep it down because and I quote, "I would not wanna listen to an hour and 45-minute podcast." Which I guess I can understand your point, but if we're doing good, who the hell cares? But yeah, I think if we can start limited to like an hour to hour and a half, I
Yeah,
think.
and this is perfect because really we talked everything we wanted to talk about. So
Yeah. Well, I would like to throw this out here. I hope Ava's okay.
yeah,
I haven't seen her, and she's been on every podcast so far. So Ava, if you're listening here, hopefully this finds you okay because I we kind of miss you there and your great questions. So hopefully that you're doing okay and you just like I'm not listening to these guys no more. They're assholes. I'm hoping that's not is not the case. Um, and again, I will mention that we did start a fan club on this. We don't have any fan club members yet, which is fine. I mean, not a big deal whatsoever. But if you're interested, and again, the whole fan club thing.
I'm new! I'm new! I don't know what to do!
See, it's back. It's back. Uh, um, yeah. So if we do get people signed up for our fan club, I guess we'll have like exclusive content. Maybe like a Q&A session, or members only, fan club members only podcast, maybe, if we get enough or whatever. There'll be exclusive content. I from what I understand, it's only a one-time payment. And when I went to create our fan club, it said that it recommended $10. 10 bucks is too expensive, so we dropped it down to $5. A $5 one-time fee, um, and you'll have access to exclusive content, Q&A, polls, things that the general non-fan club people will not see. So, with that being said, I did my commitment to Podbean because I still get emails, saying, "Oh, make sure that you have enabled your fan club." And like I said in I think the last podcast or 2 podcasts ago, I am an author, and I have 6 books out now, and the 7th book is coming hopefully pretty soon, on, Schiffer Books. They published my book 2 books ago. Haven't heard from them, so I'll have to maybe contact them. But I don't like I can promote myself as far as like I do presentations in October, and I can promote, books and stuff like that. I will promote our podcast and stuff. But when it comes to, like, trying to sell people stuff where they gotta pay me, I feel uncomfortable. And we in, Charlotte, if you're from, down south, it's called Charlotte, but up here in the Midwest, it's Charlotte. They have a festival of oddities every year. Well, we went the end of August, and they have I call it authors roll, where on the sidewalk there's tents and all the authors are there trying to sell their books. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't feel comfortable sitting there, and even though I shouldn't feel this way, but I don't feel comfortable trying to get people to spend money on my stuff. So that's why, like in presentations, I don't mind because I don't have any books on hand to sell. For that reason, honestly, because I don't want to say I have this book to sell is $20 for the autograph. It does come with a free bookmark, and that's worth the price right there. But I just don't feel comfortable pushing people to buy stuff directly. And this what this fan club is. I'm getting emails from Podbean just to let people, as a friendly reminder, we do have a fan club. It costs $5 one-time payment, and you get exclusive content. Whether or not you do that, if you do, great. Thank you very much. If you don't, that's great very much too. You'll still get, the podcast experience.
We'll still
So
be here.
we will still be here, good or bad. Good or bad. Well, I was going to tell you too, Jess, really fast, is at the investigation last weekend, the person's name that I slipped, and it wasn't Prozac
Hmm.
earlier. She, I guess, she knows somebody that has like a well-known podcast, and they wanted her to go on for a long time, and she goes, "Nah, I'm not interested." She gave him our information.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, haven't heard back from him yet. It's been over a week, but, hopefully, and, if I don't hear back from him here in maybe a couple weeks, whatever, I'll get in touch with her. I'll send her a text, whatever, email her, and say, "Hey, you gave us the information. We haven't heard back from him yet." So I think that'd be cool if we could expand our audiences, whatever. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, we always welcome other opinions too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like I'm right, Jesse's right, and you're wrong. It's usually Jesse's right, I'm wrong, and you guys are right. So, yeah, there's no right or wrong here. We for the new people that have come in, yeah, I mean, we do cuss every so often because you fucking have to. It's
it
un-American not to cuss.
it's from SpongeBob. It's a sentence enhancer.
It is, and I was in the Marine Corps. I don't like former Marine, but I am a former Marine. I'm not in uniform anymore, and we cuss like a sailor. You know, it's like there was a meme on Facebook, one of the Marine Corps pages that I'm a member of, and they go, "Oh yeah, your mom will find out that after boot camp, you can say the F word 10 times in a one-line sentence."
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It is. We cuss. But there's no hate here. Everyone's welcome. We won't put you down if your opinion does not match us. I'll just mute you. Uh,
And
like I did Jesse one time. I'm like, oh, mute. How does this work? Oh
it tells
shit.
you. It tells
Yeah.
you you've been muted.
So with that being said, as usual, Jess, thank you for joining in.
Absolutely.
And uh, and as usual, do you have anything in closing?
Nope. Just I'll get the ball rolling on our October festivities.
Okay, yep, and and as usual, keep me in the loop.
Will do.
So I guess with that being said, as usual, stay away from the light, and I'm going to add a new one. You have to be more afraid of the living than you do of the dead. That's going to be a new ending here too. And we will be on live a week from today, which will be the 21st at 12 o'clock again. And I guess until next week, thank you for listening, guys. Ava, I hope that you're okay.
We missed you, Ava.
We did miss you, Ava. We really did. And once my ending MP3 here is done, I will end the page. All right, Jess, thank you again. we will be in touch, obviously.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much. And until a week from today.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye.